Bing, bing. We is good. I think we good. All right, we good. We in there? Yeah, we in there. Oh, peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and high vibrating species on the planet. What it is, what it do, good people. How we living out there? Salute. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Academates. Y'all come on in, man. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all, I'm talking about. This is Academy 7. I am your host 7. And we is in the realm of the monsters, if you dig, aka the SCPs. And we be from the foundation, you know what I'm talking about? We be working with the Volgun, we be working with the Explorer series. We just incorporated the SCP-Y series as well, you know what I'm saying? We got other channels we gonna check out in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? Well, eventually. But in the meantime, in between time, we got a lot of things on the line with the Volgun and the Exploring series. We do have a couple more SCP-Ys to knock out, but we definitely have a list of Volgun and a list of Exploring series that we're definitely checking out, because it gets deep within these two channels. I mean, at least my opinion. And I'm still waiting for, you know what I'm saying, y'all to, of course, address it in the comment section. Let me know, you know what I'm saying, if there's any other channels that covers these anomalies that y'all wouldn't mind me checking out, because I will definitely do that if it's worth the time for us, you know what I'm saying, the Academates and myself. You feel me? We would definitely check it out. You know what I'm saying? We are not opposed, you know what I'm saying, to any suggestions. As you see, we got a lot of class participation going on. You know what I mean? Definitely Anthrax Crab, salute to you, sir, for definitely your class participation has been on the one. You have definitely dropped some good jewels for us to check out. We've definitely found some great things going through your files that you have recommended that we go through. So, for any other academates, feel free to drop a comment on me as far as something that you find interesting, intriguing, that maybe you've matched your numerology up with, that we need to check out and bring forth toward everybody else in the class. You feel me? Don't be a shy ass, y'all. All right, come on. We the academy, and this is what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So we got numerology. We got number 8. We got SCP-5462, but it breaks down to the number 8. And the title is Misery is the state of every soul burdened by mortality. Now we are well, I ain't gonna say we, but if you didn't know, everything on the planet don't have a soul. Okay? The sun is about to expose who got it and who don't. Okay? I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. That is 1,000. Y'all can check it out for yourself. The sun in your immediate skies is kicking off some stuff that's finna get everybody's mind right, and your vibration right, and your soul right. And if you ain't got one, ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright, I don't know what to tell you about you. You feel me? You in some trouble unless you get up off of this rock. You feel me? Because the evolution is happening. You feel me, good people? All my high vibers out there, you have nothing to worry about. So long as you continue to vibe high, you will move where the planet moves. Okay? If you are vibing low, you ain't going nowhere. It's a no-go for you. You vibe low, that's a no-go. We're just going to say it like that. Vibing low is a no-go. If you continue to vibe high, like I have requested that you do, it's just a suggestion. You ain't got to follow none that I say here on the channel. You ain't got to believe nothing. I actually not to believe. I actually do your own due diligence and your own research and come to your own conclusions. But I'm telling you about that sun and that sky out there. Something has changed, and you might want to go check that out. Okay. But anyway, let's get to that numerology. We got a 19. We got 20. I guess 20 minutes in the clip for the video. Of course, you know what I'm saying, with my commentary, we're going to get that in. All right, so the number 8, let's make this quick, right? So the number 8 is a feminine in nature, okay? It is ruled by the planet Saturn, represents the sign Capricorn in the 10th house, okay? That's in the 10th house. That's Capricorn in the 10th house. Now, so not Capricorn completely. It's Capricorn in the 10th house. These are the alignments of the planets and all that good stuff, right? All right, so the positives, if you find yourself on the positive side, stay there. If you find yourself on the negative side, balance it out with the positives. All right, so here we go. Positives. for the 8. That's achieving, powerful, authoritative, businesslike, successful, determined, strong powers of concentration and sense of justice, conservative, my apologies, a builder, self-reliant, dependable, executive abilities, religious, philosophical, salt of the earth. And I actually do represent with the number 8, heavy. On the negative side, that's greedy, fatalistic, intense, oppressive, domineering, material or financial obsession, power hungry, scheming, lack of value judgment, okay, material selfishness, what did it say? Oh, material or emotional jealousy, tendency to become victims of tragedy. All right. I found myself on some of the negatives. I can't even front. I ain't gonna hold you. I found myself there, but I was able to turn a lot of it around. You know what I mean? And getting into numerology definitely helped me out with that. So I'm not saying that you should get into it, but if you find things that helps you, I think you should stick with the things that help you, right? And numerology definitely helped me get a lot of parts of my life organized, if you will. All right. So let's see. What's at the bottom there? Hold up. All right, we got some tidbits. Let's get them tidbits, y'all. All right, the rulership over cemeteries and other burial sites. That's like one of the jobs I actually had. You know what I'm saying? Was dealing with stuff of that nature. Coal mines, mineral fields, old or haunted houses. All right. So we got it. Right. So we got the misery. We got misery is the state of every soul burdened with mortality. So let's see what kind of trigger words we get hit with this right here. So Academics, I hope y'all got what you need, because I do. And without further ado, we're gonna get to what it is that we do. And let me make sure that I'm on blue. We'll go. Bust. Oh, that was loud. Oh.
Good afternoon, everyone.
God damn.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-5462.
Turn that down.
Containment Class, Euclid. Disruption Class, Vlam. And Risk Class, Notice. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-5462-A has been placed in Site-21's Media Archive Wing. Foundation assets in art institutions and auction houses have been placed on alert for a Goya paints, Euclid. Disruption Class, Vlam. And Risk Class, Notice. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-5462-A has been placed in Site-21's Media Archive Wing. Foundation assets in art institutions and auction houses have been placed on alert for a Goya painting matching SCP-5462-B's effects. Description: SCP-5462-A is the journal of Spanish painter Francisco Goya, detailing an anomalous event that resulted in the creation of 15 oil paintings painted between 1819 and 1822, commonly referred to as his black paintings due to their emotionally disturbing contents, themes, and use of dark colors. The paintings were painted onto the walls of his villa in his country estate on the outskirts of Madrid, nicknamed the Quinta del Sordo, House of the Deaf Man, named after previous deaf inhabitant and not after Goya, contrary to popular belief. While all 14 paintings at the Prado Museum in Madrid have been confirmed as non-anomalous, the journal describes a 15th unconfirmed painting. While most scholars point to Heads in a Landscape as the 15th black painting, an examination by Foundation archivists reveals it was not painted in the same period as the others. Designated SCP-5462-B, that has been described as having significant anomalous properties. The status of SCP-5462-B is unknown. Addendum: 5462 1. Truncated biography of Francisco Goya. Francisco Goya, 30th of March 1746 to 16th of April 1828, has been considered as one of the most popular Spanish painters of his time. Born to a lower-class family in Aragon, he was interested in art from an early age. Goya studied under Spanish Baroque painter José Lozán at the age of 14, copying stamps for 4 years. He would eventually grow tired of this, moving to Madrid to study under Anton Raphael Mengs, and then later to Rome, which was considered the cultural capital of the world at the time. His career only seemed to grow at this point, receiving awards, royal commissions, and an appointment to a position as a member of the Royal Academy of Fine Art. Goya's career appeared to reach new heights when he was commissioned to paint the portrait of the Count of Floridablanca in 1783, becoming introduced to the royal court. Only 3 years later, Goya would become a painter in service to King Charles III, later becoming the first court painter under Charles IV. Somewhere between 1792 and 1793, Goya fell prey to an illness that left him deaf. He grew more withdrawn and insular, with his works shifting to a darker tone, such as his Capricios prints, which he described as the innumerable foibles and follies to be found in any civilized society, and from the common prejudices and deceitful practices which custom, ignorance, or self-interest have made usual. Goya complained of loud noises within his head, as well as poor vision and balance. Historians have speculated on the cause of the illness, with most suspecting a case of Meniere's disease, or lead poisoning resulting from a lifetime of creating his own paints. The invasion of Spain by France in 1808 and the death of his wife in 1812 did little to alleviate his mood. Once one of the most famous painters of his time, Goya retreated to a life of solitude in the Madrid countryside, possibly due in part to fear of political reprisals, where he created his infamous black paintings. In 2004, the Foundation came into the possession of Goya's journal, detailing a series of events that had occurred at Quinta del Sordo. The journal had been sold at a Marshall Carter and Dark auction as the recollection of Goya's brush with the anomalous, initially appraised at €1 million. Several bids from unidentified members of the audience drew attention, leading the embedded Foundation plant to purchase the journal for €3 million. Addendum 5462-2, SCP-5462-A excerpts. I dreamed that I was young. I was on the road to Rome. 60 years between then and now faded away like a nightmare, and all that remained were sunny skies and laughs of joy. The road behind us and in front of us stretched on forever into an indistinct pathway of bliss. And then I woke in this decrepit, aging form, where my hearing has vanished and my vision blurs into an indistinct chaos beyond barely a league. If my younger self from scant 50 years ago were to gaze upon me now, he would label me a corpse. Even now, I'm tired of writing, and the sun has barely sunk below the horizon. A new day shall arise tomorrow. Perhaps I will pick up my brushes again. I can find some small comfort in them, at least. I write this last entry in bed, where I have been sequestered for a cold after a series of unfortunate events. I attempted to paint again today. Leocadia thought it would restore my spirits to do so, helping me purchase some canvas and supplies, and setting a well-cushioned chair in the countryside. I had the image of the hills and the rising sun clear in my mind, and yet every time I held my brush, every time I intended to change the ephemeral to a lasting image, it twisted out of my head and vanished, leaving me staring at a blank canvas like a simpleton. I attempted to paint the rising sun, and the noonday sun, and the setting sun over and over again until I was sitting in darkness attempting to paint the rising moon. I wasn't even aware that the rain had broken until Leocadia came running in a frenzy to hurry me inside. I may not be able to paint until I return to full health, but at least I can make a few sketches to pass the time. Hopefully this cold is over soon. Damn this cold. It's not the first time I have fallen prey to it, nor the first time since my deafness. But something about this instance of the malady is different. Just to stay awake long enough to write these words feels like a titanic struggle. There is a particular queerness surrounding my mind. While I remain sitting in my bed in the light of the afternoon sun, my mind feels far away from the hands writing these words. I feel as if the walls of this little bedroom have crumbled to dust, and I stand on a vast plain. I have not been transported to some fanciful illusion, a method of Loci, but I am only seeing what has always been there, the plains and the unnameable things lurking in its shadows that have been present for all of mankind's past, separated by only the thinnest of veils. Today the veil was lifted from my soul, and I can see farther than any man ever could. There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in our philosophy, after all. But what of these places beyond them? This is no ordinary illness, I fear. The strangest thoughts, the thoughts roaming those murky plains of beyond, that was their door, and I now see things that I should not. I had the strangest dream last night, where I was standing on a cliffside. I looked up and saw light, a foreign, alien light, the type that cleansed Sodom and Gomorrah and any impurity it saw fit to remove. I looked down and saw void, an abyssal darkness from out of the lowest levels of this world, clawing its way higher and higher, and consuming all it passed. I felt paralyzed to move. I knew I was witnessing something beyond my little world of art. What would reach me first? Purifying light or all-consuming darkness? Both were a hand's breadth away from my refuge before I woke. I am not sure what meaning I should take away from it, if any, but I shall continue to record my experiences. There is little else to do while I remain tethered to my bed, praying for this sickness to end swiftly. It seems praying has not worked in ceasing this. Instead, my thoughts have been turned into a different direction. Last night I dreamt a city all of blood, with towers made of bone, where blood ran in the streets like water. Men and women danced through the streets, laughing and kissing and praying and playing, and all while the blood splattered their ignorant faces. There were no children in this city. There were never children. Where were the children? I returned to the city again, standing below a gateway. I had no desire to see those disgusting sights of the...
I don't even want to know where the children were, because if you just seen all the blender there, well, and I'm talking about a whole bunch of adults dancing around, and you ask where the children are, hey, I don't even want to fathom. So let's please. Okay, we got hits all over the place, and if you were wondering, I'm partaking in watermelon. Okay, it's my fave. Feel me? It's like, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Those cavorting among the blood, and so I turned away, back to those strange and fantastical plains. I could see things, impossible things, stalking me, watching me, offering an outstretched hand while whispering all of the things that they could offer. But there was a stronger voice beckoning to me from beyond, and those impossible things fell by the wayside. I saw a shining city on a hill, and I knew that it was Alagada. There are more things in Alagada than are dreamt of on Earth.
Hey man, that's another thing. What's up with the Hannibal mask on all the dudes, bro? Hey, what's going on with phone now, man? Like, for real. This boy acting like he's trying to hold himself back from goddamn eating somebody. What is up with folk with the mask? Like, everything just looks like it has a mask on, y'all. Or it just looks like it's just it'll gnaw on something by the mouth.
There are more things in Alagada than are dreamt of on Earth. There are more things in Alagada than are dreamt of on Earth. There are more things in Alagada than are dreamt of on Earth. There are more things in Alagada than are dreamt of on Earth.
I'm sure.
After this last entry, Goya ceased to write complete entries for approximately 3 weeks. The 27 pages following his last entry were marked with illegible writing, alchemical symbols, and quotes from Christopher Marlowe's The Hanged King's Tragedy. It is good to be on my feet again, able to walk outside in the fresh Castile air after this lengthy illness. A lesson I learned sitting outside in the pouring rain is not a mistake I will be making again, nor will Leocadia allow me to. Now that my mind is clear of that dreadful fog, I have been able to turn it towards painting. We may not have had much escudos left for canvas, but the walls served as a passable substitute. Leo seems to have enjoyed watching me paint the pastoral murals. There is a certain tranquility, a certain strength of spirit present in them, that portraits of kings and nobles lack with their distant and regal gazes. It's rather nourishing to create. I should remember to write in this more often. It is rather odd that I left this blank for 3 weeks. Is this some sort of divine jest? Has God not been satisfied with my wife, and my hearing, and my work? I thought I would be able to hold on to my sight, or at least what precious little remains of it, but it seems he is determined to steal it away too. I can see now that these putrid, disgusting little peasants are nothing more than mouldy globules of paint on a wall that's quickly crumbling away. How could Leocadia think to allow me to start such a foolish project? How can I allow myself? I must start again. This may be the last work I ever achieve. Nothing! What has happened to me? It is as if there is a hole in my head, and all my ideas, all the creativity that made me director of the Royal Academy and the court painter to Charles IV has simply trickled down the side of my head and dissipated into nothing. I could not paint a shadow to save my life today. Perhaps this is it. Perhaps my life is truly over, and there is nothing left for me to do but lay down and wait for God to take me. My head is aching intensely. I need to rest. I saw them. Every painting I've ever created, every childhood mash of colors, every saint and king and noble and angel and fair lady that ever sprang from my mind. They were as clear as day before me. They mocked me, scorned me. I was Kronos, the decrepit, feeble, backwards relic, and they were the Olympians, deathless, terrible, and beautiful. They had sprung from me, true, but they no longer had need of me, and resisted my pleadings. But even Kronos' generation and his parents, the earth and the sky, came from somewhere else, older, darker places, which you dared not name for fear that they would hear you. And it rose up behind me, in all its terrible glory. I could not turn to face it, for I knew that it would annihilate me like Zeus to Semele. But I could sense its presence, and see the gods turn from mockery to fear. Now they begged me to save them, to take them back and continue my great artwork.
Hey, man. Buddy over here dealing with some shit. Hey, whoever came to visit him in the astral realm. Look, bro got, hey, this is intense. Oppressive. Oh, yeah. Fatalistic. Oh, yeah. We in there today, y'all.
They were erased, annihilated, like the stars torn from the heavens themselves, and up from the soil, back up my head to the hole in the side of it. Something else came to fill in the void. I can no longer tell if I'm awake or dreaming.
Be like that sometimes.
It came today. All these months at Sordo, all this maddening solitary, the sheer decades I have spent watching my life erode into nothingness. It has come to this. It has come to Alagarda. It slipped out of my head and onto my own personal canvas. A perfect ideal of Alagarda made manifest. It spoke to me of all the sweetest words I have ever known. I feel as if I have been reunited with a dear old friend who I have been missing for all my life. The painting has given me new life, and in return I have created dozens more. Leocadia has expressed some concerns about the manic energy that has infused me over these past few weeks, but I have paid her no mind. She has not seen the enlightenment. The painting has extended me an invitation from the hand of the ambassador itself. I am welcome to step foot into Alagada at any time, but it requires a particular service of me first. It has directed me to go to France, to the residence of an artist by the name of Theodore Jericholt. I need no other direction than my presence, as we are both fortunate enough to share a patron in the wearer of the anguished mask.
A large number of pages have been torn out. The edges are encrusted over with unidentifiable black substance.
4 long years. 4 years of planning, and tedious gatherings and speeches and plotting. The work is not yet completed, of course, but Theodore has assured me that he will ensure our little movement spreads to all corners of the globe. There is a certain spark in him, something that burns bright and warm like I imagined it did in me in my younger years. I have no doubt he will see it through. Now, through my last great painting, I shall return home to Alagada. For ages I felt paralyzed, trapped in an aging body as my life slowly ended. But now I can see that it has barely begun. We, the living, only think of our lives as what we can experience, what we touch, what we say, every action we take before our time in the ground arrives. But the lives of artists stretch beyond that, to every being and power, and country shaped by our work. We live on through the minds of youths and kings and nobles for as long as our name endures. And through this work, I shall become immortal. I ask only one question to those who might find these words and reflect upon the movement that Theodore and I have birthed.
What's that?
Are we magnificent yet?
We are. I don't know about the rest of them.
This concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed.
Indeed.
Goodbye.
Good boy. What kind of mate? Well, there it goes. That mother got some problems, alright? If you going through it like he going through it, I wish you the best. You know what I'm saying? Real spit. If you're going through the spit like him, I wish you the best. You're going to have to get it together, though. It's all up here, but you're going to have to get it together, though. Now, Academy, I told you, you know what I'm saying? We definitely was hitting some pings. I didn't do it all, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to stretch out time, stuff like that. I know how to kind of stretch out a little bit, trying to read off all this stuff, right? So we're gonna round back up, because it definitely got to the end, right? The colors of the number 8 tend to be dark, such as black, navy, or dark blue, or dark browns. And it's best during the night. All right. So as you see, when he went down through the spittle, all his colors went dark. You know what I'm saying? It went down. So all his paintings started getting dark. It started getting dark in color. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Philosophy. The philosophy definitely came out of there. He's definitely gonna be needing a burial site real soon. Buddy is on a whole nother format though, y'all, for real. Like, for real. He on a whole nother level. Now let's get back over here. Okay, so here we go. So like I said, fatalistic. He got really intense, real oppressive. You know what I'm saying? The tendency to become victims of tragedy. Yep. Pretty much. Lack of value judgment. Yeah. Definitely. Philosophical, like I said, yeah. Achieving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Powerful. Authoritative at times until he lost it. When he lost it, he was successful. He was determined. You know what I'm saying? Strong powers of concentration. You feel me? Like he with it, you know? he just lost it. Going too deep. Became too much for him, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, it became too much for him. I can't necessarily say he got greedy, but at the same time, it all depends on how you're looking at it. Domineering, maybe. And he ended up getting dominated. Tapping in and tapped out. So I hope y'all got something out of this video right here. You know what I mean? Dramatist. I like that one. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? He was in the role of an actor in a sense. Dramatist. To be exact, you know what I mean? Yeah, so we definitely got some pings on that one. So there it is. That's the misery is the state of every soul burdened by mortality. So there are things beyond mortals and morality, well, not morality, but mortality, way beyond a lot of people's comprehension. You know what I mean? And definitely beyond the SCP Foundation's understanding, and overstanding. They don't get nothing. They just get into this stuff and just be throwing stuff out there, trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? But here at the Academy, we've definitely been figuring things out. Whether they try to make it seem like it's this, we've come to find out that it's that. And that's the whole goal, is to be able to figure these things out, to see exactly what they're hiding, what they're, hiding in plain sight, giving it to you but telling you that it ain't what it really is. All right, and that's what we've established, that it is what we're thinking that it is. And for those that don't continue to come to the channel, we're going to continue to break this stuff down to you, to let you know that most of the stuff that you have been viewing, there are truths to it. It may not be the whole entire, but there are truths to it. This stuff has come from somewhere, and we've been able to narrow down a lot of it. Like when we found the nine-tailed fox, Cthulhu, like these things are real entities. Real entities. Why would they be SCPs? Amongst others that we found. See what I'm saying? So all of that, that's out the window with me, but I'm still going to give it to you because of the way certain people like to act. You know what I'm saying? All those silhouettes. They like to act funny with the other silhouettes. You feel me? But it's all good. So y'all be sure to keep y'all head on that swivel. You know what I mean? Don't forget to keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected at all times. Don't forget to keep your CT on as well at all times. Do some due diligence. Pick up a book. You know what I mean? Most times. Do some real research. Not just some 1 or 2 page surface. Go deeper, y'all. We got to go deeper with this stuff. I promise you. You will be surprised at what you find. It's going to get more ecstatic. It's going to get more exciting. Some of you may not be able to handle it, and therefore you use cognitive dissonance. And I would say that's fine, but that's on you. Because when certain things start popping out, you're going to be stuck. Alright? You're just going to be stuck. As for the rest of us here at the Academy, the Academates and myself, we're going to be moving right through it like, oh man, I knew it. Oh man, look at that. Oh, that's such and such. And we're going to keep on trucking. Y'all going to get... That's going to be y'all. You know what I'm saying? That ain't going to be us. That's going to be y'all. So, until next time, I am signing off. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all do yourselves those favors. We will come back again with another SCP. More than likely, I'll be back with some more watermelon. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all get on your fruit game because I stay on mine. You feel me? I just had to partake in some goodness today, which I'm about to get back to smashing this. You feel me? So until next time, y'all be good out there. Peace.